Hey guys, my name is Allie and this is Treat Your Shelf, and today I'm going to be giving you 10 tips and tricks to get free access to some free books. I hate spending money. If you're anything like me, you just hate spending money on anything in general. So these are some great resources to get some free books, some old, some new, and you know, we love that. So let's get started. So the first thing that we all know and love and have used before, most likely, is your local library. Your local library is awesome, has some great resources for you. In addition to books, audiobooks, magazines, movies, CDs, other things like that, computer access, Wi-Fi. They also have a lot of events going on during the year. So I know that my local library back home has free summer reading programs for adults, children, young adults, all that stuff. They have free events for like puppy reading, reading with pups, children reading, craft day, all that good stuff. So there's a lot of resources apart from free books that you have free access to, and a lot of people really don't know about the extra stuff that the library provides for you. In terms of the library, there is an app called Hoopla where if you have a library card that is working and not expired, then you can use this app for free. And it gives you 3 to 4 titles a month that you can use. I was really surprised because they have a lot of 2020 releases, they have a lot of 2019 releases, stuff that I would never really purchase in a local bookstore because it's so expensive. And they give you about 3 to 4 free picks of your choosing each month. So that's super awesome. I use it regularly for ebooks and audiobooks. And then the second app that you can use if you have a library card is called Libby. And Libby works seriously like a library. You have 7 checkouts that you can have at one time. There's like no limits to what you can have in terms of like monthly. Like Hoopla only gives you about 3 to 4 titles each month, but Libby you can just like return it and get it as soon as possible. The pros and cons of Hoopla and Libby is that Libby, sometimes you have to wait for stuff to become available, and then for Hoopla, you have everything readily available, but you only have 3 to 4 titles each month that you have access to. So there's some pros and cons with both of those apps, but they both are great resources for some free audiobooks and books if you want them. And then the second thing is kind of going along the lines of Kindle and Amazon Prime. If you have the Kindle app, which is free, and if you have an Amazon Prime account, or if your parents have an Amazon Prime account, then you can use these resources as well. And the first thing is Kindle actually has access to a lot of free classic books. So if you're into classic books, if you have to read one for school and don't want to pay money to get a classic book, then you can definitely choose this and have free access to it. So if you want to read Wuthering Heights or Dracula or Anne of Green Gables or something like that, then you can definitely go on the Kindle app and just get free classics as readily as possible. I think they have some other free books that are like less known, but there's still some good reads in there as well. And then the next one is going along the lines of Amazon Prime. So there is this thing called Amazon First Reads, and it is about a list of like 5 or 6 books each month that have not been released or are being released this month, and you have access to one of them if you have an Amazon Prime account. Free, goes right on your Kindle app, have it forever kind of thing, and that's really super awesome. I literally go like the first day of the month, I pick one. There's usually like a thriller, a crime thriller, a mystery, suspense horror, romance, and like a contemporary read. If you really are into any of those genres, it is a great resource for a free book each month, and who doesn't want that, you know? The second one is Prime Reading. So if you have a Kindle app, which is free, and you have Amazon Prime, then you have access to all these Prime Reading books. The last Prime Reading book that I read was I can't remember what the name was, but it was about like 3 women who were going through the Holocaust all at the same time, and they're just different perspectives on the Holocaust and being in a concentration camp and stuff like that, and it was super awesome. And it's a title that I would never have known, but it was free on Prime Reading. So there's a lot of Prime Reading books. There's a lot of thrillers that are pretty good, some suspense that are pretty good from my experience anyways that I know of, and so that is a super awesome resource if you want some just random free ebooks, especially during this time in quarantine when like some libraries aren't really open yet. These are definitely some great resources to have at your hands like as soon as you need them. And the next one is called Audible, which that's an app for audiobooks, but you have to pay for it. But if you have Amazon Prime, at least right now they're doing this little deal or whatever. If you have Amazon Prime, you have access to 2 free audiobooks through Audible that you don't even have to pay for before you start your like trials or whatever, if you want to end up paying for them. I don't really know how much it is. I heard it's a little bit expensive, so if you really want to splurge, and it's like monthly, a monthly charge, kind of like Amazon Prime is, but I definitely would take advantage of the 2 free audiobooks that they have and that you have access to. I actually just used my first Audible audiobook for free because I couldn't find it on Libby or Hoopla, so it was really awesome to just be able to find that as soon as possible and listen to the audiobook all day long. And then the next one is called Goodreads giveaways. So if you have a Goodreads account, then you can go on your laptop, go on goodreads.com and search giveaways on Goodreads. Like you'll see it on one of the little tabs. And then they just have like a list of like 20 books each month that you can literally just enter in to win. And I haven't won one yet, and you know, the chances, like, you know, you could get lucky or you could not, but it's really awesome to have like just giveaways to look forward to. I think they send you an email if you've won it. If you haven't won it, they still send you an email just to let you know that that giveaway is over with. And then a lot of books like come back to different giveaways. So like you'll have a giveaway of, let's say, Perks of Being a Wallflower book giveaway for like Kindle edition. And then you don't win that, sad face, but then the next month they have another giveaway of the same book. So sometimes they do that, sometimes it's just kind of a one and done deal, and you can either enter in to win a printed book or a Kindle free book. It just depends on the reads and like which book is which format. So I definitely would check that out and just start entering in to win, because you really have nothing to lose there. And then the next one is to choose books from your own shelf. A lot of times I forget how many great reads that I have on my bookshelf right now. And I think I get caught up in like, oh, I want to go to the library and I want to get all these good titles. Oh, I like go on Hoopla and have all these 2020 releases. But your own bookshelf is a really great resource if you have books that you are not really dying to read but are on your TBR, or like just that you forgot about, and you kind of just find these hidden gems in your bookshelves and you're like, oh wow, that was a great read, and I don't think I ever would have like picked it up if I hadn't just thought about it and went to the shelf and like picked one up. So that is definitely a great resource if you have a good selection on your bookshelf. If not, you know, definitely take advantage of these other selections. And then the very last one is to swap with a friend. See, there's some exceptions to this. They definitely have to be a friend that you trust, that they will give you a nice book and you will give them a nice book, and then you will return it at the end of the month or at the end of like a couple weeks or something like that. The really great thing is that there's no time frame on swapping with friends, and I am actually in a book club that has swap with friends, like a component of that, and everybody really trusts each other, and they know that they're going to get their books back, and they know that they're going to get books from other people. So it's just a great resource if you have some trusted bookworms that you acquaint yourself with regularly. So those are my 10 tips and tricks for some free books, audiobooks, ebooks, and I hope that you have some happy reading ahead of you and take advantage of these free resources, and I will see you in my next video.